Hello everybody, in this class you are going to learn the powers and functions of our parliament. So in the previous classes we discussed the information regarding the two houses of the parliament. One is Rajya Sabha and the second one is Lok Sabha. Okay, so now let us discuss the powers and functions of a parliament. Children, the powers and the functions of parliament are classified as follows. The first one is legislative powers and functions. Legislative powers and functions. The second one is administrative powers and functions. What is the first one? Legislative powers. The second one, administrative powers. The third one is financial powers. Financial powers. And the fourth one is judiciary, and fifth one is power to amend constitution, and the final one is the other functions of a parliament. So these are the major powers and functions: legislative powers, administrative, financial, judiciary, power to amend constitution. What is the meaning of the word amend? To change, and the remaining other powers. Okay, first of all let us discuss what are the legislative powers and functions of a parliament. Legislative powers. First of all, what is the major function of our parliament? To make laws. To make laws. The major function of our parliament is to make laws. Already we know, right? Three organs are there in the union government. One is legislature, executive, judiciary. Legislature is nothing but our parliament. Our legislature major function is to make laws. Okay. Look at the point carefully here. Union parliament will make laws on the central list only. Children, listen the point carefully here. The union parliament will make laws on central list. Central list. It will make laws on central list. Here India is a federal type of government, right? Means the functions are classified central list, state list, concurrent list. Likewise, our parliament, union parliament, will make laws on only central list. How many subjects are there in central list? There are 100 subjects. 100 subjects. On these 100 subjects only, our union parliament will make laws. Again I am repeating to you, the major function of our legislature is to make laws. It only make laws regarding the central list. How many central lists are there? There are 100 subjects are there in our central list. Children, actually the normal process, any bill they are going to present means, first of all they should present either in Rajya Sabha and they should present either in Lok Sabha, any one of the house. So here, if a bill want to convert into a law, first of all they should present that bill in any one of the house except financial bill. Children, the financial bill first it must present in Lok Sabha. After approval of Lok Sabha, it will proceed to the Rajya Sabha, and after that president signature. So now listen here, it will make laws on central list. Here the normal process will be, any bill they can introduce in any one of the house. It may be a Lok Sabha or it may be a Rajya Sabha, but here one exception is there. The financial bill must be present in Lok Sabha first. After Lok Sabha approves the bill, it will send to Rajya Sabha. Even Rajya Sabha also approved means finally it will sending to the sending to the president for the signature. So if the president is approves that bill means that is became a act. That is a process how the bill is converted into a law or a act. First of all, approval of one house, that it may be Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, and after that approval of second house, and after that finally whose consent is required? The president consent is required. But here one situation is arise. Whenever there is a disagreement in between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, when there is a disagreement in between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, at that time the president calls for joint session of the parliament. Whenever there is a disagreement between two houses, whenever there is a disagreement between two houses, at that time president calls for joint session. Very important. Whenever there is a disagreement between two houses regarding one bill, at that time president calls for joint session according to the article 108. As per article 108, the president calls for joint session when there is a disagreement between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha with concern to a particular bill or a act. So in that house, speaker will be there, along with the speaker, the president of the chairman of Rajya Sabha, along with that the president also will present in that joint session. Listen, even though by conducting joint session the problem is not solved means, at that time president calls for killing the bill. That concept is known as kill the bill. Whenever, even though the problem did not solve in between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha with regarding one concern, at that time the president of India, he will cancel that particular bill. And moreover, this joint session also known as parliament deadlock. Parliament deadlock. What is parliament deadlock? Whenever there is a disagreement between the two houses of the parliament, that is known as a parliament deadlock. At that time, in order to solve this problem, the president calls for joint session of the parliament as per the article 108. Remember, these are the major legislative powers of a parliament. First of all, the major function of our parliament is to make law. It will make laws only on central list. That means only 100 subjects it will make laws. So initially they will introduce a bill in any one of the house. After the approval of secondary house, it will go to the signature of a president. And already I explained to you regarding joint session of the parliament. These are the legislative powers of our union parliament. Legislative powers of our union parliament. So now the second one is administrative powers. Administrative powers. So the second function is administrative powers and functions. Children, union cabinet is accountable to the parliament. Union cabinet is accountable. Union cabinet is accountable to the parliament. Accountable means what? Responsible. So now, what is the union cabinet? Union cabinet comprises with Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. So including Prime Minister. Prime Minister plus Council of Ministers, that is known as the Union Cabinet. The complete Union Cabinet is accountable to the Parliament. Means whenever there is a question rises in the Parliament against the Union Cabinet, the Union Cabinet ministers are responsible to give answer to the Parliament. So in Parliament generally, if you take example, Lok Sabha is there, means in the Lok Sabha, ruling party is there, opposition party is there, speaker also there. Whenever there is a question rises against the ruling party from any one of the member in the Lok Sabha or else from the speaker, that Union Cabinet ministers, they are responsible to give their answers to the Parliament. That is the reason why I told you Union Cabinet is accountable to the Parliament. If you go through the sessions of the Parliament, you get to know all this kind of information. And moreover, the Council of Ministers, they will enjoy their power until they are having confidence in the Parliament. Once they lost their confidence in the Parliament, all the Council of Ministers, they have to resign from the position. That is known as floor test, or else that is also known as no confidence motion. No confidence motion. Listen, Union Cabinet is accountable, right? The Union Cabinet, they are enjoying their power until they are maintaining confidence over the Parliament. Once they lost their confidence in the Parliament, so all the Council of Ministers, they have to resign from their position. That is known as no confidence motion. So that is the reason why administrative powers, the Union Parliament and Union Cabinet is accountable and responsible to give answer for the Parliament. So these are the administrative powers of the Union Parliament. So the next one, financial powers. Financial powers. In the financial powers, among the two houses of the Parliament, Lok Sabha enjoys sovereign power in financial matters. Remember, without the consent of Lok Sabha, government should not impose any taxes on the people. And moreover, the government should not spend any money for the public. Listen the point carefully here. Without the consent of Lok Sabha, the government should not impose any taxes on the people, and it should not have right to spend money for the public affairs. And moreover, in the initial discussion of this class, I told to you, financial bill must present first in Lok Sabha. Financial bill must be present in Lok Sabha. Financial bill must present first, it is in Lok Sabha. After Lok Sabha approves that bill, Lok Sabha will send that financial bill to the Rajya Sabha. After Lok Sabha approves, it is sent to Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha will not enjoy more powers while compared with Lok Sabha in the financial matters. Rajya Sabha can give suggestions and they can do modifications on the bill which is sent by Lok Sabha, especially in financial matters. Whatever the suggestions, whatever the modifications, Rajya Sabha must do within 14 days. Within 14 days. Very, very important point this one. Whatever the modifications and whatever the suggestions from the Rajya Sabha, that must done within 14 days. Within 14 days. If in case within 14 days Rajya Sabha it won't approve the financial bill, then Lok Sabha is decided that Rajya Sabha approves the bill, and after that it sent to the concern of a president. After president will approves that bill, that will be converted as a law. So that is the reason why I told to you Lok Sabha enjoying sovereign power in the financial matters. Again I will repeat, financial bill it must present in Lok Sabha. After approval of Lok Sabha, that bill must send to the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha they can hold that bill for modifications or suggestions for only how many days? 14 days. So within that 14 days only they have to do any kind of modifications or suggestions. After completion of 14 days, if Rajya Sabha does not approve the bill, means Lok Sabha is decided that Rajya Sabha approves the bill and Lok Sabha will send that bill to the president. And president will approve the bill, and after that the financial bill is converted into act. These are the financial powers of the union parliament. So here financial bill is very important, and 14 days, within that 14 days only Rajya Sabha they have to express their opinion with concern to the bill. Children, so far we discussed three functions of union parliament. One is legislative powers, administrative and financial. Okay, now let us move on to the another function of the union parliament, that is judiciary. Children, what is the major function of the organ judiciary? It will provide judgment, right? So in judiciary, what will present? Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the ultimate authority in our judiciary. In the Supreme Court, judges will be there. So both the Supreme Court judges and High Court judges will be present in the judiciary. So now, what kind of powers Parliament having towards judiciary? Listen, regarding judiciary, both houses of the parliament, having equal rights. Regarding the judiciary, both houses of the parliament having equal rights to remove the judges. Listen, the process of removing judges in the judiciary, that is known as motion of impeachment. Motion of impeachment. The process of removing judges by the parliament, that is known as the motion of impeachment. So in the removal of the judges in the Supreme Court, both the houses of the parliament enjoying equal rights. Both the houses, it may be a Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, enjoying equal rights to remove the judges of the Supreme Court, through which process it is called? That is motion of impeachment. The President of India and Supreme Court judges are removed through the motion of impeachment only. Council of Ministers, that is known as the no confidence motion, that is different. And this is a major power and function of our parliament with regarding to the judiciary. The next function is power to amend the constitution. Power to amend the constitution. What is the meaning of the word amend? Amend means changing the constitution. So in the first lesson, one of the best quality of our constitution we discussed. Our constitution is flexible as well as rigid. Means we can amend our constitution. So in the amendment of our constitution, both the houses are having equal rights. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both the houses having equal rights to amend the constitution. See, the approval of both houses is very important. If Lok Sabha does not approves, Rajya Sabha approves, no use. If Rajya Sabha approves, Lok Sabha does not approves, that is also no use. So both the houses, they are enjoying equal power, equal rights in the to amend the constitution. Both the houses are having equal rights. Equal rights to amend constitution. Sometimes parliament will concern state assemblies also. Sometimes concern of state assemblies. Sometimes whenever they are going to amend constitution, they are concerning some of the state assemblies. That is the reason why the power of both houses is very important, as well as sometimes they will concern state assemblies in order to amend the constitution. So children, this is the power of a parliament towards amending the constitution. So far we discussed legislative powers, administrative powers, financial powers, judiciary powers, and after that power to amend the constitution. Okay children, let us move on to the last function of our union parliament, that is other powers and functions. Okay, along with that, legislative, administrative, financial, judiciary and amending constitution, there are some special powers and functions are performed by our union parliament. So what are the other powers? First of all, it will make laws relating to jurisdiction of Supreme Court and High Court. It will make laws relating to the jurisdiction of Supreme Court and High Court. Sometimes our union parliament will make laws about the jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means law of Supreme Court as well as the High Court. The second one, it will create one High Court for 2 or more states. 2 or more states. Our union parliament sometimes it will establish one high court for 2 or more states. Example I will give. In India, we can say that High Court of Guwahati in Assam, High Court of Guwahati. All the northeastern states will comes under the jurisdiction of Guwahati High Court. That is the best example. And moreover, High Court of Madras, that deals with the problems of Tamil Nadu as well as the problems of Pondicherry. So here our union parliament having the power to create one high court for 2 or more states. The third one, to create new states, renaming states and set boundaries. To create new states or renaming the states and deciding the boundaries for state, that is also major function of union parliament. So recently in India, Telangana is a new state created, right? That is by our parliament. As well as renaming states and deciding the boundaries of a state government, particular state, that is also major power of our parliament. And discussing the reports of various committees, discussing the reports of various committees, that is UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and Planning Commission, and one more is there, that is Financial Commission. Planning Commission and Financial Commission. So whatever the reports submitted by the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and the Planning Commission, Finance Commission, those reports are discussed in the Parliament. And moreover, one more important power and function will be there. Union Parliament is responsible to declare national emergency. It will declare national emergency, financial emergency, and also state emergencies. So the Parliament, it will declare national emergency, financial emergencies, and state emergencies. Children, the information relating to national emergency, financial emergency, and state emergency we will discuss in depth in the coming classes. So these are the major other functions of a Union Parliament. First of all, our Parliament will make laws relating to jurisdiction of Supreme Court and High Court. The second one, it will create one High Court for two or more states. Example also I gave to you. It will create new states, renaming the states and set the boundaries of a state. And after that, discussing the reports of various committees, that is UPSC, Planning Commission, as well as Finance Commission. And finally, Union Parliament is responsible to declare emergencies. Those are very important. One will be national emergency, state emergency, financial emergency. Without approval of our Union Parliament, emergencies it won't be declared by any one of the person. These are the other powers and functions of our Union Parliament. My dear children, so far in this class we discussed the complete information regarding the powers and functions of Parliament, that is legislative, administrative, financial, judicial, and the power to amend the constitution, and finally the other powers. So with this one, the powers and functions are completed. So in the next class we will meet again with another important topic in the Union Parliament. Thank you children. Have a nice day.